Yo, I'm Roll, aka Mega Blitz. In today's video, we're looking at Blaziken EX Firebox. Blaziken EX finally being legal to play on the TCG Live client, with all the Journey Together cards also being legal to play. But Blaziken EX was the first card that I personally wanted to try out, being a 320 HP Stage 2 Fire type Pokemon with an ability Seething Spirit. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. Also, with his attack here, Smolder Salt for a fire and a colorless energy, 200 damage. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. I'm really excited to showcase Blaziken EX in today's video. Blaziken EX being one of my favorite cards and kind of favorite Pokemon in the Pokemon trading card game. So let's get into the rest of the list. Alrighty, here are at the rest of that deck list. First, of course, we're playing 3 copies of that Blaziken EX with that ability Seething Spirit that we just went over, and that Smolder Salt attack as well. So we got 3 copies of that Blaziken EX, playing 4 Torchic. Unfortunately, we have to play the 60 HP Torchic. There isn't a 70 HP Torchic, but I have kind of prepared for Dragapult. So we're also playing 2 Combusken in here as well. We're playing 2 Gouging Fire EX with that attack Heat Blast for 1 fire, 1 colorless for 60 damage. And then Blaze Blitz for 2 fire and a colorless energy for 260 damage. This Pokemon can't use Blaze Blitz again until it leaves the active spot. So Gouging Fire EX kind of finding a new home after rotation here. We're playing 2 copies of Budew, 1 Fezandipiti EX, 1 Mew EX, and then we're playing 1 HearthFlame Mask Ogerpon EX, with its first attack being Wrathful Hearth for 3 energy, 1 fire, and 2 colorless, 20 times. This attack does 20 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. However, the main use for the card here is going to be that Dynamic Blaze attack for 3 fire, energy 140 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon is an evolution Pokemon, this attack does 140 more damage, and you discard all energy from this Pokemon. Very helpful into a lot of different matchups, things like Dragapult or Iono's Bellibolt EX, and things like that. And then, of course, we're playing 1 Squawkabilly EX so we can kind of get set up and get some of the fire energy that we have in the discard pile. We're also playing 4 copies of Arven, 2 Professor Slaughter's Vitality, so we can get some energies quickly and draw some cards to our Gouging Fire EX. Typically, we're going to have at least 1 Gouging Fire EX in play most of the time. We're also playing 1 copy of Mila. You can only use this card if any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn. You attach a basic fire energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. If you do, you draw until you have 6 cards in hand. So we're playing just 1 copy of that, 1 Boss's Orders, 1 Iono, 4 Buddy Poffin so we can get our Torchics and our Budew out pretty early, 3 Energy Switch to kind of just move some energies around. Even though Blaziken is able to kind of put them to any Pokemon, it's very nice to be able to just move the energies wherever we need to. 3 Nest Ball, 3 Rare Candy, 2 Nice Stretcher, 2 Ultra Ball, 2 Switch, 1 Counter Catcher, Precious Trolley as the A-Spec of choice. So typically, if we can't go Precious Trolley first, we kind of default to going Buddy Poffin and Nest Balls to get set up. But ideally, we can go Trolley first, get to Torchic, get a Gouging Fire, Budew, and kind of just get everything set up. And then just use the Buddy Poffins and Nest Balls that kind of just Earthen Vessel or Ultra Ball fodder later on. 1 copy of Earthen Vessel, 2 Technical Machine Evolution, 8 Fire Energy, and then 2 Jet Energy. So playing a very high count of the Technical Machine Evolution at 2 copies, so we can quickly get into our Combuskens and then quickly get into Blaziken EX, so we don't have to worry about Dragapults, so we can kind of just start with that Seething Spirit ability and start hitting things with that Smolder Salt attack. So let's jump in. Already here at that Blaziken EX Firebox gameplay here at the coin flip. It is going to be tails. I am going to choose to go second. I want to go second because we are playing that higher count of Technical Machine Evolution, so we can get our Torchics evolved and things like that. But we're going to start off with a Budew in the active spot here and then throw a Torchic onto the bench. And it's looking like we're playing against maybe some sort of dark type deck, maybe some Roaring Moon or something. Not too sure. So we're just gonna have to see kind of what's going on here. We gotta, like I said, we had the Budew ready to go. We're gonna get 2 mulligans though, which is pretty nice. We're gonna put down a Torchic as well, just because there's not really a reason not to. Our opponent's gonna start off with Monkey Dory in the active spot, however, though. So maybe we're looking at maybe some Gardevoir, maybe some new different just kind of decks. Kind of grinding up through the ladder. lately I've been seeing all different kinds of decks and people are cooking all kinds of stuff, and it's awesome to see. So we're going to start off with Budew PRE here, and I don't really know if I need anything, but we're just going to do a quick deck search, see what we're missing. We got both of our Gouging Fires, we got Blaziken EX in there, we got the Trolley, we got Energy, so we should be good to go on that front. So we're just going to attach, use the Itchy Pollen attack, and kind of go from there. It seems both of us are off to not a great start, but I've also noticed that in this kind of post-rotation format with a lot of these like rogue decks and even some of the meta decks even, it really does feel like the format is kind of a little bit slower, which I tend to enjoy. But our opponent got to rip an Iono here after benching that Hops Cramorant, the card that everybody absolutely hated during the pre-release, me included. Also going to bench that Hops Zacian EX, which is going to be kind of our out to win this game. I feel like we're going to really just try to chase down that Hops because we do have that fire type weakness on them, so we're going to be able to one-shot them pretty much with just about anything we have, which is going to be very nice. We're going to Ultra Ball, pitch the Sada's Vitality and the Iono here to get ourselves a Combusken. Going to be able to evolve that Torchic into Combusken here, and then I'm like, all right, we're going to grab our Earthen Vessel into the Machine Evolution. Earthen Vessel, we're going to pitch the Energy Switch to grab 2 Fire Energies. Ultra Ball here, also going to be played this turn, but first, Tele Machine Evolution to and attach the energy to the Budew, and then Ultra Ball, get ourselves the Mew EX to be able to draw into some 3 more cards. And then we're going to use that evolution here. Going to be able to get ourselves into another Combusken and into a Blaziken EX. We have another Blaziken EX in hand already, so we're going to be able to evolve pretty quickly. And then since we have some energy in the discard pile, we're going to be able to use that Seething Spirit ability as well. Going to be able to just start powering up our fire type attackers, being Blaziken EX, Gouging Fire EX at different points, that Ogerpon EX as well. You can even put energies on things like Mew EX, which is the reason it's in here, not only for the restart ability and the free retreat, but that genome hacking is pretty powerful in of itself. And since Blaziken EX allows us to attach any basic energy to our Pokemon, we can put them on Mew EX or Budew or what have you. Our opponent, unfortunately, going to have Prime Catcher into that Insta Strike. Going to be able to take 2 prize cards, unfortunately, for us. But we do have the Mila, which is going to be pretty nice here. But first, we're going to go Budew PRE. We're going to grab ourselves 2 more Torchic, so we just kind of get set up a little quicker. We're going to go Night Stretcher here, grab ourselves 1 Fire Energy. Maybe just try to find into a Gouging Fire EX or something. But we're going to attach that to the Torchic here. And then we're going to Mila, attach the energy to the basic, or the active Blaziken EX, sorry. And then we're going to just draw up to 6 cards. Unfortunately, not great of a hand, but we do have double Rare Candy and double Blaziken EX, however, in hand, so that's pretty strong. We're going to get our Squawkabilly and Boss's Orders off of our prize cards. So as long as we don't get like Budew or Iono, next turn we're going Rare Candy into Blaziken, Rare Candy into Blaziken, attached for energy, and even if they KO the active Blaziken EX, we can just kind of counter KO because we'll have the Seething Spirit ability going and be able to just take some crazy knockouts here. Hops Cramorant does tend to be a little bit of an issue though now that we're on 4 prize cards, but we have Boss's Orders, so if we could just go Boss, pull up the Zacian EX, and then take the knockout on that, the Fickle Spitting really won't matter too much because we'll be off of that 3 or 4 prizes, and that's exactly what we're going to try to chase for here. We're going to go Rare Candy into that Blaziken EX, Rare Candy to the other Blaziken EX, and then I'm like, all right, what do we got going on? We're going to retreat. We're going to go into the Blaziken EX. We're going to Seething Spirit here, and then we're going to attach the energy there. Seething Spirit again, attach the energy to that other Blaziken EX, and then we're going to play the Budew PRE, just fail it, and then we're going to Boss's Orders, pull up the Zacian. We failed the Budew so we can restart for 1, getting ourselves into a Nest Ball. Nest Ball going to grab ourselves that Fezandipiti EX potentially. We're also eyeing up the Gouging Fire. We do go for Fezandipiti because if they take the knockout, we can at least flip the script. So Smolder Salt for 400 damage, taking 2 more prize cards, putting us at a 2-4 split, and now that Fickle Spitting is done. No more Fickle Spitting coming from our opponent here. They're kind of in an interesting situation. Maybe got to go into another Zacian EX, but even if they do that, they take the knockout on the Blaziken, it really doesn't matter too much because we can just kind of counter KO with a different Blaziken. So we got our opponent kind of on the ropes, it seems like here, but we'll see what they can kind of cook up. That Hyper Blower going to come here from our opponent, however. And I'm eyeing up to put the Fezandipiti into play, kind of just checking to see what the Snorlax does, making sure. And our opponent actually ends up conceding entirely, really being able to just kind of power through our deck really quickly, really being able to get into Blaziken EX very quickly, and really just handling the Hops Zacian EX. I've been seeing this Hops deck all over the ranked ladder lately. I've been playing against it a ton, and I've even played the deck a little bit myself, and it is a very strong and powerful deck, and really glad we were able to pick up and kind of secure the win with that Blaziken EX deck today. I've been playing Blaziken EX quite a bit, and I've kind of changed the list a little bit, and this is kind of the final 56, 57 cards that I've really come to. There's a couple cards that I might want to change. I could see maybe a Professor Turo's scenario being really good as well to pick up maybe a damaged Blaziken EX or something of that nature. But like I said, the deck's still a little bit of a work in progress, but I feel like we're at a really good, solid starting point with this deck, and I really want to experiment more with Blaziken EX with that Seething Spirit ability, being able to kind of attach different types of basic energy as opposed to just fire energy. I think there's a lot of flexibility in that Blaziken EX card. So let's jump right in to that outro. Alright, it's going to draw for today's video. I'll make sure to put the Blaziken EX Firebox deck list in the description below, ready for copy paste into TCG Live. And let me know what your guys' thoughts are about the new Journey Together set or just Blaziken EX itself. I really want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on that. But if you enjoy the content I've been making so far here on the channel, don't forget to leave a like, smash the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And of course, I want to give a huge shout out to all of my awesome channel members that you see here. They continue to support the channel even further by joining the Trainer Club here on the Mega Blitz YouTube channel. But that's going to do it all for today's video. So I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.